Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to Gamerjoob, and welcome back to our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series. So a lot of you have actually guessed this in the comment section, and we are in fact doing a Hawko character named Hawko. So we'll go into this character's gameplay mechanics, backstory, all that good stuff. Before we get into any of that, do be sure to subscribe to Gamerjoob as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. It also keeps straight for all the videos that we post. Also do be sure to leave a like on this video as it helps our video get a lot more reach and a lot more people can see these character concepts. Also, if you'd like to be a Gamerjoob member, click the join button down below or on our channel. You get a whole bunch of awesome stuff and it's a great way to support the channel. Alrighty, well with that all out of the way, let's get into the character concept of Hawko. So previously in our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series, we've been looking into the YouTuber Pizzeria. This was a specialty themed pizzeria with some special characters as well. The characters we've seen so far have been Barkiplier, who is based on Markiplier, and Ratpat, who is based on MatPat from Game Theory. These two characters have their own reasons for terrorizing the player, and they won't stop anytime soon. But now we come to the next character at the YouTuber Pizzeria. This character in particular was quite popular in the Freddy Fazbear community. They had many adoring fans, and it only seemed right to make them into an animatronic. So the next animatronic character we're introducing is Hawko. Hence the rhyming name, this character is based on the YouTuber Hawko. So, like Hawko's alter ego, Hawko is dressed with the iconic purple star pattern. He also has the leather gloves and purple bow tie. Instead of shoulder pads, Hawko was given shoulder feathers. But overall, the most noticeable feature is the blue and pink eyes. This is probably something that is the most synonymous with Hawko's YouTuber logo. So, just like all the other YouTubers, Hawko had a hand in creating the Hawko character. He would tune in every day via web chat and approve the design changes. When it came time to reveal the Hawko character, Hawko himself flew out to the YouTuber Pizzeria for the grand reveal. So, Hawko overall was a great success. All the guests and fans loved the new character, and they were even more of a hit on stage. So, Hawko's role up on stage was that of the main guitarist. He would play next to Barkiplier and Ratpat. On some special occasions, Hawko would even do some single acoustic covers of the Pizzeria songs. Like always, fans could see the live show or tune in via the YouTuber Pizzeria channel. But there was one thing that... and that was probably the most successful event that the Pizzeria ever hosted. Speaking of events, the official YouTuber meet and greet was happening in a few days now. The Pizzeria raffled off a single ticket to come to the Pizzeria and meet all the YouTubers in person, and their animatronic counterparts would be there as well. The winner of this ticket was Ricky. Ricky couldn't believe that he'd won the ticket and was getting the chance to meet all of his favourite YouTubers. Ricky was a real big fan of Hawko, MatPat and Markiplier. He couldn't wait to meet them all and the other YouTubers in person. But he only had to wait a couple of days now. Soon his wish would come true and he'd be at the YouTuber Pizzeria before he knows it. So Hawko was quite the interesting animatronic. He wasn't set to any designated area of the Pizzeria. Instead, he had a special ability programmed into him that would allow him to play games. But it wasn't that he could play games that made him special. It was that he was programmed to play them perfectly. All the guests would gather around and watch Hawko get the highest scores on all the Fazbear themed games. Currently, he's beaten Helpy's Happy Run, Freddy's Funtime Farm, Chica's All You Can Eat Bonanza, Foxy's Pirate Plunder, and Bonnie's Best Beats. Hawko got the perfect score on all of these games, and every time he would always have a massive audience. But there was one game that he had yet to beat, and that game was Ultimate Custom Day. This was a special game where the player can pick whichever characters they like and beat a certain challenge. But the ultimate challenge was the 50-20 mode. This is where all 50 characters would be on screen and set at level 20 difficulty. This was Hawko's most difficult challenge to date. He has tried multiple times but has yet to beat it. The Pizzeria has tried updating his software to improve his skills, but the 50-20 mode has proven to outsmart Hawko again and again. But one day he will beat it, and he'll have a whole audience of fans cheering him on. But before Hawko could ever beat the 50-20 challenge, something happened. So a while back, one of the other animatronics started acting strange. and this particular animatronic character was named... The workers couldn't really figure out what was going on with them. One day they were working fine, and then they became completely erratic and violent. Something came over them and changed them forever. On one fateful evening, this rogue animatronic attacked Hawko. But luckily, Hawko was able to defeat them. But in the end, Hawko looked a little worse for wear. He barely made it out of this vicious attack in one piece. The rogue animatronic is now locked away in a secure area of the pizzeria. Meanwhile, Hawko was kept in the repair and maintenance area until the spare parts could be delivered and he could be repaired. But sadly, as Hawko stays here, he won't be able to complete the 50-20 challenge anytime soon. As Hawko was left to gather dust in the repair and maintenance area, a strange feeling came over him. He started to feel more and more sinister as the days went by. It was like something was slowly taking over him. Maybe his interaction with the animatronic infected him somehow. Hawko began seeing strange visions. He wasn't sure what these visions meant. It was trying to tell him something. Hawko now knew what he must do. He needed to start gathering parts. But this voice inside him needed something much more special than spare robotic parts. They needed a human, someone that they could fuse to. And the only human that was around at this hour was the night guard. So Hawko would sneak up to the security office and capture them. So now let's get into the gameplay segment of the video. As always, the gameplay loop is based on the classic Fnaf formula of observation and management. So Hawko would make his way to security office at about 2 AM. His starting position would always be in the repair room. Hawko would make multiple attempts to try and capture the night guard. He would appear from the right hand door, and when the player sees him, they would need to close the door immediately. Sometimes Hawko will wait outside for longer periods, and other times Hawko would enter his heightened possessed mode. This is where both of his eyes would glow purple. When this happens, the player would have to avoid looking at him at all costs. Even if they glance at him, it would be game over. The player would have to figure out if he was there or not by looking at the cameras. It's always a safe move to shut the door first before looking to the right. The player would need to be careful and be on their guard, because if they aren't, then they'll be greeted with a classic Fnaf jump scare. So I think that Hawko is another excellent character to add to the YouTuber Pizzeria. Hawko is definitely an awesome and popular member of the Fnaf community, with many of his Fnaf videos, and with him beating the 50-20 mode on Ultimate Custom Night and getting an interview with Fnaf creator Scott Cawthon himself is a very big achievement indeed. But as to who the next Fnaf YouTuber character will be, we'll just have to wait and see. Alrighty everyone, well that's what we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. It helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of Hawko and what you'd like to see going forward. Alrighty everyone, well thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.